the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that?
Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks, Kate.
No,
Hey,
thanks for
it's
getting involved, Jess.
I love educate.
Okay, here we go. It's great to be here. How long have you been doing the podcast for? Are we interviewing you, Kate, or is there something else that we're...
What are you
No,
talking about? No, we're going to talk about mother-in-laws turning up on holidays.
Okay, I know it's not a mother-in-law, but I would give anything to have a few days away with your beautiful mother, Heather.
Oh, it's got nothing to do
Beachside
with it.
somewhere, a couple of cocktails in the pool.
I could think, she could think, all of us
Well,
could
don't
think
do
of
any
nothing
thinking
worse.
for her because
She's
she'll
got
be
her
doing
own
the
sting. Have you got a little Heather?
Heather. You got a bit of Heather there?
Here she goes.
Oh, you meant that kind of sting, not like a sting in the tail.
No, I have bought a brand new bottle of coconut oil, and the two of us are heading to the beach.
We're going to talk
Do you
about
know what?
mums on holiday.
You should see the Heather jacket that I bought the other night.
I think I caught one fishing. This is good. Hopefully, when we're on holidays, the Heather is good. You don't want to be caught in the rain.
Well, Richard Wilkins has got a beautiful pair of Heather pants.
It's so lame.
So,
All
what
of
are
it's
you
so lame.
thinking? You don't think she'll come along, or Heather or not? She'll.
What?
Heather or not?
get-
Like whether or not? Come on. Oh, well, then what have you got
Don't
on the
be
name?
put off the podcast.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I like food. Food is good. That's the Descendants, everybody. That's a great punk band from the States.
I will have to get into that over the weekend.
Yeah,
Do you remember that?
really
Okay,
calm
so-
me down.
Trump celebrating after his win. Did everyone remember the photo of him up on in his plane with Robert F. Kennedy was there, Elon Musk and his two sons, and they're all eating Maccas.
The laugh.
I'm loving it.
So he's mad for a bit of McDonald's, isn't
He's
he?
not afraid of
and
it.
a KFC, I think I've seen him eat as well.
Isn't Kennedy bringing in a fat tax?
Have
you heard about that?
Actually, yes, I have heard about that. Yes,
Because he's been put in charge of health, and he's bringing in a tax.
But if you
Yeah.
weigh over a certain amount or
Oh,
something.
no, I think it's to do more on the fast food companies.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a strain
Get on the scales, $20, you're
No,
100.
but on the medical.
Hey, big unit. You've been fined.
So there's a journalist who is also a PT on the side, and he's decided to follow Trump's diet for a week. Let's go through it. For breakfast, Trump has nothing for breakfast.
Okay.
If he can, he avoids it. If he does have breakfast, it's bacon and fried eggs. He also has a few supplements. There's zinc in there, vitamin D. It says here melatonin. Why would you have melatonin for breakfast? Doesn't that put you to sleep?
Well, I think some people take it to just...
Calm a little.
Yeah, and to continue to balance yourself out.
And a daily aspirin. Snacks. So snacks throughout the day. He has Coke and crisps. So extraordinary. Trump gets through 12 cans of Diet Coke a day. His
Diet
hydration is reliant solely on Diet Cokes.
I love a Diet Coke.
I love a Diet
Dana
Coke too.
White, the chief executive of the Ultimate Fighting Championships, has said to RFK Jr., said, I have never seen Donald Trump drink a glass of water.
That's my dad.
His snack of choice, his crisps of choice are Doritos.
Okay, good
He'll
shit.
just munch on Doritos all day. Lunch, as with breakfast, Trump tends not to eat anything. If he does, he loves a meatloaf sandwich.
Oh, old school. What,
What
with a bit of
meatloaf?
sauce or something?
So he'll just all morning and for most of the day he'll just snack on Doritos and Diet Coke.
Where are his greens? How does he go? How's everything working?
How does it function?
Dinner. Now
God, he'd
dinner
stink, wouldn't he?
dinner rotates between McDonald's, KFC, pizza and steak and chips. That's all the 4 meals that he has.
That's the American dream. Why would he go for steak and chips when he can just have a hamburger? So there's your steak.
Now listen to this.
And your chips.
Mince.
McDonald's, he has 2 Big Macs and 2 fillet of fish.
Oh, what a varied
And-
order.
I think
And
this is
chips.
unfair.
What about fries?
And he washes it down with a small chocolate milkshake. The guy is unbelievable.
Well, he
What's
doesn't drink
what-
drink alcohol.
Oh, doesn't he?
Nope, never has.
So there's the sugar, the content. What about Melania? Because, I mean, I know you don't have the list there, but surely, do they, I'm assuming they never sit down for a meal.
She'll
No.
go through a lettuce leaf for breakfast, a lettuce
KFC.
leaf for lunch.
KFC is a bucket of chicken. No sides, just a bucket of chicken. He'll just keep eating away at the chicken, pizza, pepperoni pizza, but he leaves the crust. Doesn't
What, from
like
the
the crust.
pizza?
Like a
No.
child.
I love the crust.
And the last one, steak and chips. The only non-fast food meal is steak and chips, but Trump even manages to... He has it well done. He had a former butler did an interview that said he had to cook the steak for so long it would end up like a rock on the plate.
Yuck.
So it's the only vegetable is the pickles and the lettuce
Inside the hamburger?
inside the Big Mac.
This guy said that Gareth's final verdict, this is the journalist who did it, by the end, he said, for some reason, my hands, the feeling in my hands went away. And he said he started getting really dry hands from the food that he was eating.
Oh, my God.
He usually rides about 17, 18 kilometres a week, but he said, I just struggled to get on the bike, and the most I rode was around about 8, 9 kilometres that week.
I'll tell you what, you don't want to be in the Oval Office when the Don has just made his way through a family bucket and he's got a bit of wind.
Oh, gosh.
I reckon it would just continue to circle in that Oval Office. Paint's peeling off the
Can you
wall.
imagine? It'd be like when they open the door and when the long haul flight arrives. Imagine opening the door to the Oval Office. Oh, it hits me like it.
Any chance you could make your bum great again?
Oh, it's the only thing I can say positive about him, but that's an amazing effort at his age, right? To actually go through how busy that man would be.
Oh, mate.
And he gets through on that diet. That's
How
crazy.
busy is his right-hand man that's got to serve it up the entire time?
Imagine.
Gosh.
You don't want to be late with that bucket of chicken.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I don't know if you should go on holidays with your mother-in-law.
Well, I don't know about you,
just
but
gonna
I'll tell you
throw
what,
it out
I would
there.
love to go on a holiday with Deborah.
Yeah.
In fact, what, just the two of us?
Well, look, okay.
Be a bit weird?
It depends what... it depends what kind of relationship you do have. Sometimes it is nice. If you're from a family who can take the extended family on holidays and you can all go away and you can get on well, then that is wonderful. Credit to you. There's a story. There was a story on Mumsnet, though, where this woman was furious because her mother-in-law invited herself on the holiday and then proceeded to just kind of ruin it. So she's invited herself. They've gone to they live in the UK, so they've probably gone to Spain or somewhere to get a bit of sunshine.
Ibiza.
Yeah, they've gone to Ibiza
yeah.
to get a bit of a tan.
Here we go.
And then all the mother-in-law really wanted to do was lie in the sun and drink cocktails, and was no benefit to the couple at all, because I mean sometimes you take a grandparent and you can
do.
at least
It's a babysitter.
go and have a bit of dinner with your partner or
Yep.
something, and everyone gets to have a bit of a break.
It's a win.
It unfortunately says a lot about the future of your relationship, because if your partner's not prepared to say no to her mother for coming along to a private holiday, you're in a fair bit of trouble for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you are. She'll have a key to the house and she'll be there when you get home some days doing whatever she wants in your house.
I'm sure there are people listening now whose mother-in-laws have keys to the house and then they come home and they're kind of in their house.
Do you know what my mother-in-law did?
At the
And
end
I
of
love
the
Deborah.
day.
She threw out my comfy undies. You know how you've always got good undies and then you've got the old
passion killers.
The rag. The old, are they undies or is that just a rag you're wearing?
Yeah.
Elastic's
I have to say-
gone.
Your mother-in-law as well, Deb, is a massive fan of an emoji, isn't she, Tom? On
incredible.
social media,
Deborah.
she will throw out an emoji like they are.
Yeah, well, they actually, the bill
Well,
that was...
she's got Black Friday sales on her
Yeah.
emojis at the moment. They're unbelievable.
Well, she in the bill that was submitted for the social media ban, it was under 16 kids and Deborah.
I haven't seen her account. Is she mad for a bit of
she
social posting?
just loves getting involved and loves the team and loves the community and
well,
she
that's
loves
lovely.
Tommy. And, it's awesome.
I think it's great.
I'd love to go on a holiday with Heather, your mum. We could
I
go
don't
to a
think
sunny destination somewhere.
I don't know if Mum would go on a holiday with you.
I think she would.
Can we get your mother on the show
I don't
before
think
the
so.
end of the year
I
at
don't-
some stage?
I don't think so.
Have to.
If she likes listening, Well, most of the time she does. She likes to listen, and then we have a bit of a chit chat about how the show went on.
We don't have to go on a holiday together. We could just start by going for a swim together.
Can we, Tommy, are we doing the Christmas show again this year? Are we on Christmas Day?
we are.
I think you're doing Christmas breakfast.
Oh, get Heather on
Okay.
then.
Kate Ritchie, this is, okay, your challenge from the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie show is to get your mother on Christmas Day.
But it's Christmas. She's meant to have a nice day.
Yeah,
I don't want her
with us.
stressing about having to chat to us on the radio.
And she gives us an air check. She tells us how the show goes this year.
Okay.
I would love to.
I'll
work
give her
on
a
that.
warning. You know what we should do? I mean, after the show finishes today, why don't you give her a call and let
I'll
her
give her
know
a
what she's
call.
doing on Christmas Day? She would really love that.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
You might be a married man in the car right now, looking down the barrel of another weekend of maybe school
sport,
sport on the weekend. You've got to take the
If
kids.
you call arguing a sport. I joke.
Apparently, if you're married, though, tip to this. Apparently, married men age more successfully than single men. Now, I wouldn't have thought that, because I would have thought perhaps there would be more stresses if you're a married man. You know, looking after a family and never getting a sleep in kind of thing.
It depends what sort of single guy you are. I mean, if you're a committed single man who wants to go out and meet different people, then you're probably burning the candle pretty hard.
Well, I'd
you're
say
probably out and about. You're on the
You'd be
hunt.
partying, or unless you're a single man who loves Dungeons and Dragons, I would say that you would have magnificent skin for the rest of your life, Kate.
Yeah, I
would
know,
be
but you need a bit of vitamin D, don't you,
Oh,
to
yes, you do.
survive? I mean, the definition included physical health,
Thank you.
including chronic illnesses, disabilities, psychological, social, and emotional well-being, as well as their self-perception of aging. So maybe you feel better when you're married because you feel as though there's purpose.
Purpose, sure. I mean, you don't have to be married to still have kids and a family. But at the same time, whenever, I don't know about you, Fitz, but I always dream of being home alone, right? And the door shuts when they all go out and there's this moment of silence. It happens very rarely.
And then two robbers try to get into the house and you foil them by...
No. Then I have about 5 minutes of going, this feels amazing.
Yeah.
There's no one here. I'm sitting on the couch. It's silent.
You wouldn't stay awake for 5 minutes.
And then I
though, would
go,
you?
there's no one to talk to. No one's listening to me. Where is everybody? I've got
That's
a
why they
story.
leave. That's why they leave the house. You
Is that
do
what it
realise
is?
it's like, oh
Right.
God, Dad's home from
That-
work again.
That's when I ring you.
Can I just say that for me is bliss. That is absolute bliss right there.
It's
What,
pretty
listening to my
amazing.
stories?
No, coming home at night time, where you get to the house and all the lights are out.
I know. That's why
Because
they,
no one's been at home all day to kind of prepare. I mean, look, on the flip side, how nice is it
Don't
to
go to
walk
the flip side.
You walk into a house and there's food cooking in the kitchen and you can hear
In a
kids
perfect
screaming in
world.
the next room.
I mean, they talk about that moment. The only break you get on holiday is the moment where you shut the car door when you put one of them kids in the car.
There's
And then
funny videos about that, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you walk around the back to the driver's side.
It's about 3 seconds, isn't it? When you slam the door, you put the kid in the car seat and you walk around to your own seat.
Well, just
make the
quickly,
most of it.
before you wrap this up, if we're both married men, have we successfully aged?
Well, I don't know. I don't know your medical rap sheet. I don't think it's
Have a look
about
at
the physicality of things. I think it's
How would you
mental
say
health
it's
in the
going?
body. Oh, you mean when I look at you, do I think I see two successful aging men?
Thank you.
There's a couple of weathered heads. Like,
There
I mean,
are
you look-
weathered heads, but you know what? Wrinkles are... They're the lines that tell the story of the wonderful experiences you've had.
said, well
and
said,
you're a
Kate.
bit silver. I mean, that's very handsome. The hair.
No,
I mean,
you
there's
know-
not as much hair
There's
as
plenty
when
of- no,
I
there's plenty of
first
hair.
met you.
You know Cameron Daddo.
No,
but you're right.
that's
You're
true.
up there.
And you haven't aged a moment since you
With
walked
that
through
little
the
girl.
doors of the diner in Summer Bay
Be very careful, mate.
in your school uniform. Can I have a milkshake, Pippa?
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Just quickly, for women, it doesn't really matter whether you're married or not. You age the same.
Thank God. Thank God.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I'm still standing. We're on. Yeah.
It's time for
60-second starts.
Kate Ritchie's I'm Still Standing.
Now.
Discover your next Kia at Sydney City Kia, O'Riordan Street, Alexandria.
Oh, Mariana, the seafood's on the line from Castle Hill. Hi, Mariana.
Hi.
The trench.
I'm so nervous.
Don't be nervous, mate. She's coming. She's on a losing streak.
I
at the
know.
moment.
I
She's
had a loss
struggling.
yesterday. Yeah. I hope. I'd quite like to give you the $100.
Yes.
I hope I get it.
Mariana, you got the travel luggage as well from Strand, which is awesome. So
Thank you.
are already winning. Are you ready to go? We've got 60 seconds worth of questions.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, Mariana, here we go. Your 60-second starts now. Taylor Swift's final show of the Eras Tour is in what city, Mariana?
Oh, Vancouver?
That is correct. Maria Sharapova is famous for what sport?
Tennis.
Yes. Did Keanu Reeves turn 60 or 50 this year?
Oh, I think 60.
Yeah, 60 is correct. How many stars are there on the Australian flag, Mariana?
Oh, no, pass.
6 over to Kate. Which DJ is behind the hits One Kiss and Feel So Close?
Calvin Harris.
Yes. What Arnott's biscuit is also the name of a European coastal town?
Nick. Oh, no.
No, too
Actually,
long.
Nice could have been correct, but it's Monte Carlo. Mariana, name a famous Olivia.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Yes. Alex, Melman, Gloria and Marty are characters from which movies? Too long. Madagascar. Kate is Formula One driver Sebastian Vettel from
Doesn't
Germany
matter.
or Hungary.
That was a tough question.
I think we had we weren't very great this morning,
for a-
weren't we, Mariana?
For a Friday.
Okay.
I think we're all a bit tired today.
Anyway.
Ready for the weekend?
Yeah, ready
Mariana,
to go.
you've got the travel luggage from Strand, okay?
Awesome. Thank you, everyone.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
All right, guys.
Yes, I love it.
And when you
I'm
hear that,
sticking a Good Charlotte's dance floor anthem for my week.
are you
okay.
sure? I'd love to hear a good Charlotte version of the Riddle Time intro.
I like Cheers to the Weekend, a bit of Rihanna.
Yes, so true, Kate. You've got all the weekend hits, don't you? All right, we're going to start with something really easy here. I have hands, but I cannot clap. To show annoyance on me, you might tap. What am I?
Oh, you're a watch.
Yes, you are, Kate Ritchie.
Face of a watch. Like this.
Like, where have you been? I've been
You said you'd be home.
I've been waiting 15 minutes for you, you little... Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next riddle, 132410, if anybody would like to play along as well as we riddle our way through the morning. Okay. What is at least 6 inches long, goes in your mouth, and is more fun if it vibrates?
It's an electric toothbrush.
I know what you're trying to do.
Well,
here,
I
and
didn't write
it's-
You write
I
that.
mean, I'm just checking
Oh, you
with the
don't
riddle.
write them?
Well, I work within the
What?
factory
Oh,
that writes
that's
the riddles. I'm
interesting.
That's an
just
interesting
checking
update.
in with one of the workers. Jess, controversy around that. It seems to be that riddle was suggestive.
It was a little bit, and it is nice to finally meet the Riddle Master in person. We have a big picture of him on the wall, but we
Yes.
have never seen him
Many
in the factory.
don't know whether he actually belongs.
Do
What a
apologise for the
yeah.
suggestive riddle there, Sydney.
I thought
great
it was
treat
a
for
it was a
Friday.
warehouse in Korea that there's kids actually put these riddles together.
No,
and
no,
send-
it's not a sweatshop, mate.
Is it an
And-
electric toothbrush?
Yes, it is. Congratulations. You need to say it proudly if you're going to have a crack at a riddle,
Well,
Kate
I was
Ritchie.
a bit ashamed of the show.
Yeah, you don't shake your head during riddle time, thank you.
Okay, moving
Just
on.
because of where your mind has gone. I know mine didn't. Here we go. Third riddle. I weaken all men for hours each day. I show you strange visions while you are away. I take you by night, by day take you back. None suffer to have me, but do lack from my lack.
What?
What am I?
Oh, that's all over the shop.
Do it
Jesus.
again.
It's fallen off the rails.
It has not fallen off the rails. You have to listen to the wording.
Yeah, but when you read it
Yes,
in
but
like
if I
some
don't
kind
read
of
it like that,
syncopated rhythm.
I
if I
know.
don't read
It's,
it like that, then you will get the riddle easily, Kate.
It's like-
You have to understand there's riddle in the delivery as well.
It's like I'm watching Anchorman.
I know.
I weaken all men for hours each day. I show you strange visions while you're away. I take you by night, by day I take you back, and none suffer to have me, but do lack from my lack. What am I?
Is it time?
No.
Is it-
on Burgundy?
But do lack from my lack.
Is it something to do with sleeping? Your eyes, the back of your eye?
Ryan James, you got it. It's sleep. Yes, it is. It's sleep. Well done. Can you not do a okay? What did your mum teach you when you didn't win at school? Right? Don't be unhappy because you didn't win.
She's not happy.
You've got to be happy for the other people that got the riddles, Kate Ritchie.
Okay.
You can't sit there upset because you didn't have your
All right,
riddle hat
I've
on
had
today.
enough.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is a trip away with your mates?
Oh, lads,
Like,
lads.
you just get so excited for it. What are we going to get up to? It's always those first day jitters as well. You get so excited. You probably go a little bit too hard. At the end of the night, who's up for a prank?
So funny. That guy's fallen asleep, drawing his head.
So this is a group of Sydney blokes gone over to South Australia, south of South Australia, Goolwa South, beautiful part of the world. There's a great golf course down there. The boys have gone to play golf. Here's the news story.
The group was on an annual reunion golf trip, with some travelling from interstate. 19-year-old Micah Gilham from New South Wales was arrested and charged with arson. The court today heard he wanted to set fire to a golf club and swing it across the sand dunes for fun. But while allegedly using petrol, the fuel can caught fire, and during attempts to put it out, the flames spread. He was granted bail. The act described in court as a silly mistake.
Micah.
Come on, mate. You know the flaming club's gone out of fashion.
There's some amazing videos of people just with jerry cans. It's the worst thing ever. And when they try to put out one spot fire and then another one starts.
And what about when you see them empty the entire 20 litres onto a small campfire just to make sure they get enough fuel to start the fire? Oh, it is dangerous.
It's, it's when you're at that time of the night as well, you've had such a great day on the golf course, you've probably got your best score, and you've come back, and just for a little bit of a laugh, throwing a golf club over the sand dunes while it's on fire, that's not even funny, Mike. Come on, mate.
You don't expect to see that, and I think that's what the excitement is. And around midnight, I reckon, after a long day of golf, a flaming club is one of your best moves. Unfortunately, too much fuel. You've really got to monitor your fuel levels.
He's now at the Christie's Beach Magistrates Court. It's unfortunate because, that's it. You're over. The season's done and dusted.
Here he is. Flaming club's back. I'll do it again, Mike.
Prank's gone wrong. Amy in Mossman, what was the prank that went too far, Amy?
Okay, disclaimer, guys. I am not proud of this.
Okay,
However,
here we go. I am, Amy.
Year 12 camp, my friends and I decided to bake some cupcakes for the whole group.
Yep.
We did put some laxatives in those cupcakes, and one fellow did eat 4 of those cupcakes.
Oh, no.
He had to be sent home early, and we all got in really big trouble.
How did they find out? How did you get caught, Amy? I don't think anyone could detect the laxative, could they?
They couldn't, but when most people became symptomatic, except for us.
What a great term.
Yeah, it was obvious. So
It was a punami, is what you're saying, Amy.
That.
Teacher, not so happy, but the fellow that got sent home, whose name is now Squirt, he wasn't a sport about it.
Poor Squirts. He's gone on to have an amazing career, though. Well done to Squirts.
Oh, yeah.
Katrina in Como. What went wrong, Katrina?
Oh, my boyfriend used to come over back when I was in high school after the parents had gone to bed and climb up the fence and into the window into my room.
Yeah.
And one night he saw the downstairs light on thinking, it was me, and it was in the bathroom. So he just was poking fun going, I can see you, I can see you. It was actually my brother. And my brother freaked out, thought he had an intruder, was screaming upstairs, woke up my parents. My dad's come out with a baseball bat trying to find this intruder and bashing the bushes and ended up cracking open my boyfriend's head. And Yeah, it was kind of the end of the boyfriend. He wasn't allowed to come around anymore after that.
He was bobbing down in the bushes somewhere. Dad comes through with a baseball bat and whack, hits a coconut.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Good call. I like it, Katrina. Let's go to Damien in Grossvale. What prank went wrong with you, Damo?
It was my old boss. He was a bit of a prankster. He was at a golf day once, and one of his mates was taking a piss in the bushes, and he went to just do like a quick drive-by and try and just miss him, and he accidentally lost control and broke his mate's leg.
Covered in wee with a broken leg.
And the funny thing was they picked him up, like they broke his leg and he was on the ground, so they picked him up, put him in the golf cart, and then as my boss went to drive him off in the golf cart to take him away, he fell out of the golf cart, the guy that broke his leg.
Scrambled legs.
Oh my gosh!
And at the end of the day, what happened is his mate actually ended up taking him to court and suing him.
Oh, God.
So it really went bad.
Yeah, it got ugly, didn't it? We did a thing on Tommy once here at work called the Flaming Merkin, if you remember that, Tom.
Yeah, big day for me.
It was more like a bucks party, but we sort of lit it up downstairs. And my God, the smell of burning hair went on for weeks.
Oh, and thank you for the payout, guys. I do appreciate it.
Tommy, do you remember the one that we used to do where we used to put a bit of moisturiser on the phone, on the office phone, and then we would ring your phone, you'd pick it up, and there'd be moisture all over your ear?
Yeah. Back in the days of when you were allowed to have a desk phone here.
Oh, that's right, a landline. These landlines, they were sort of connected, hardwired.
I've got that old video. Should we put it up on social?
Yeah. Oh, it's priceless. Not even April Fool's and you're still doing moisturiser on the handpiece.
You're in good nick then too.
Oh, yeah, huge nick. And the, if there was a Jackass Australia, you guys, God. Faces of.
Got him again.
Tomo.
Light it up.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I want to talk about a moment from TV. Now, it was a while ago, but it only got served up to me the other day. I just can't remember this, and I can't believe that I haven't seen it before. You know, when something so great happens in entertainment, you think, how did I miss that? How did I miss that?
Especially when you're across everything.
I am across everything, Kate Ritchie. Not much gets past me. And Bear Grylls, I was a huge fan of Bear Grylls, especially when he started off and he was out there and he'd squeeze the water out of an elephant dung and then he'd sleep in the guts of a camel because he didn't know where else to go.
Well, you were drinking your own urine here around the office just because you loved him so much.
Yeah, you and I actually went to meet him, Fitz, I think. We were near Watson's Bay at one stage and we were hanging out in the long grass with Bear Grylls doing some promo.
Were you?
His original videos were unbelievable because he was the harshest, but then I don't know, they just squeezed the life out of him, didn't they? And there was a lot of set-up stuff with Bear Grylls in the end.
I never watched any of it.
You?
Never.
I loved it.
Is he American or British?
No, he's British because he's from the British Army. Like he's a survival expert.
Oh, he's like old mate.
He's legit. You're talking about
SAS.
Ant Middleton.
Ant Middleton.
Yeah. So what he did, this was really weird. So you're right, Fitz, the show sort of evolved and the next thing you know, he was hanging out with celebrities. I think at one stage he took Barack Obama into the wild and, they did this series. This was a really sort of different moment when he took Scary Spice.
Oh, Mel B.
Mel B. He took Mel B on an adventure.
She's our favourite.
She's a hoot. Really well-balanced individual. And this proves it because not everything went to plan and there was a bit of an emergency situation and thank God Mel B was there to help out. Have a listen.
It got you?
Yeah, papa.
So you got stung by a jellyfish, and I've seen it in movies before where if somebody gets stung by a jellyfish, you have to pee on them. Do you need me to pee on you?
Let me see if I can do it.
No, I want to pee. I don't want to see. I want to feed on you. Whoa. Yeah, you need to pee.
Okay, so this finger is now getting really quite painful. Mel's kindly offered 2 or 3 times to provide some urine. I had a pee about 10 minutes ago. I'm out. And I'm actually getting to the stage where I'm going to take her up on this offer.
Hold on. I don't want to pee on myself.
Are
you ready? If you just relax, then I'll relax. Now I've got stage fright.
I can't relax.
To pee on demand when somebody's in pain is very difficult.
There we go. There we go.
What
There
is
you go.
going on?
Don't say I don't do anything
So
for you.
Mel B has dropped her pants. The shot is blurred, and Bear Grylls is standing there with his hand between her legs.
Yeah.
Why? Why she wheeze on him?
When you say dropped her pants, did she take 1 foot out so she didn't?
No, she kind of had
on the-
enough space because her pants were sort of she's squatting down, and then he's got his hand underneath.
I'll have to have a look at this fish.
It's extraordinary vision. They
I'm
have
going
to blur it out.
I'm going to submit the answer of Mel B. Is that the game we're playing here? Who's urinating?
No, we knew it was Mel B. But we're not surprised by that at all. It is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen.
Well, she'd be great to go on a camping trip with.
If you needed anything,
I
Mel
know,
B, if you could drop your pants.
Hasn't that been? Is it that? Haven't Mythbusters done that? That you don't do that, do you?
I think
you
it
can.
might be just an excuse to. Because she actually sounded pretty keen.
She did, didn't she?
Didn't she? And there would have been a crew there, but I guess you can't get the crew involved because they're not meant to be there.
Mel P.
Oh, not bad.
Thanks very much.
Like it.
Just warming up. Good on you, Bear Grylls. I hope you've washed your hands, son.
Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.